Robert Plank Show, episode 373, Wallmonkeys: How to Turn Your Dreams into Reality, Beat the Competition, and Pivot Your Online Business with Jason Weisenthal. Hey everyone, we're talking right now with Jason Weisenthal, and his website is wallmonkeys.com, where he sells these decal designs, these stickers. We're going to hear all about Jason's story, what he's got going on, what led him to creating what he's created, all these ups and downs, aha moments, everything in between. So, Mr. Jason, glad to be talking to you today.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate you, and I'm curious about like kind of who you are and like, what do you have going on right now that kind of makes you stand out these days.
So who am I? That's a good question. I'm another guy out there like everybody else running an e-commerce business, doing my best to give our customers what they want. We print wall decals, like you said. I guess what makes us stand out, we print on demand. Everything's made in the USA, so our products we print and ship within 24 hours, which is pretty tough in the print on demand game. We sell on Amazon, we sell on our website, we sell on Walmart.com and a few other sales channels. So we're pretty pretty easy to find on the internet.
Super cool. And so I'm looking at the Wall Monkeys website right now. And so, am I right? Did I hear you correctly in that basically, if anyone out there wants to like create any kind of sort of stickers or decals, sort of similar how like there's those websites where you can get like a T-shirt made or a mug made or something, that's you. But just if someone wants to make stickers, correct?
Yeah, well, wall decals. So bigger, better quality stickers. But yeah, so personal business. You can upload any photo, business logo, anything you want to create custom. And we also have catalog of millions of images, so you can search for literally anything that you could possibly want for any kind of business, any type of personal use, college, babies' rooms. If you can think of it, we have an image for it.
Super cool. And so I have to admit, I don't actually know what wall decal is. So you said that wall decals are bigger than stickers. So I mean, how big are we talking? Like, what's the usual size of one of these things?
So when I think of a sticker, I mean, you also think of less expensive, or maybe like it sticks on your laptop or a bumper sticker. So we sell wall decals anywhere from 12 inches is the smallest up to we do full wall murals. We'll cover entire walls for businesses or people. You can do a wall mural of a beautiful scene, or say a brick wall, or something with your business logo integrated into it. Our sweet spot is really like 36 to 48 inches, 3 or 4 feet, on the longest side of whatever it is that somebody orders.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I had no idea that this was an actual thing. And so, and I'm kind of looking around, yeah, and I'm seeing like there's like huge ones of like the beach or of like unicorns or things like that. And so, I mean, how did this come about? Like, how did you get the idea in the first place?
So I guess the short version would be Fathead was, if you're familiar with Fathead, they sell like the professional athletes for Major League Baseball and football and things. And I thought it would be really cool to have a picture of my son playing baseball. I don't want to. I'm a grown man. I don't want to put Derek Jeter or someone on my wall. And at that time, this is about 8 years ago already. No one was doing it, and I just thought it was such a good idea. I investigated the printers and how to build a website. I didn't have any experience with any of this. I was in a totally different business, and I just put the pieces together and spent the money, got the education. Just hired someone to show me how to use the printer, hired a graphic designer to help me build the website, and it all just came about, and then evolved over time.
Super cool, and I think I've heard of Fathead, but it's one of those things where I probably just kind of like saw it and moved on, and I'm looking at sort of Fathead by comparison, and am I right in that they do all kinds of stuff, right? They do all kinds of like baseball cards and stand up posters. They're kind of like they do all kinds of different things, and you're just focused on just sort of one thing, right?
Mainly the decals, yeah, and they'll have the professional athletes and more of like licensed products like that. And our images come from um, like National Geographic and Corbis and other like Adobe. So really big stock photo companies, but not, we don't have, say, Disney, but we have millions of images for all types of needs.
Okay, and that's super cool. I always love stories like that where it seems like there's some, huge established company and it seems like they're unbeatable. But then if we, as some of us smaller guys, if we just focus on like, one little thing or focus on, one way that we can be different, then we can kind of win in our own way. And so super great. So you figured out all this like, printing stuff and all these different kind of terms and stuff. And I mean, did you have any difficulties with this like getting caught on or with getting people to start to use this service?
Oh yeah. So the first 3 years probably were lots of pain, lots of learning. The digital cameras weren't good enough quality on the phone or even on their camera, and parents didn't know how to upload the pictures properly. So the custom was really hard. So we moved into the content. So that's why we have all the images on our website. And there was tons of bumps along the way, like selling through our website and then learning how to sell on Amazon and learning how to sell in other places. Like you said, actually, when a company like Fathead, I actually don't look at them as a competitor. I think they create awareness for the space. A lot of people don't know exactly what a wall decal is, kind of like how we started our conversation, but a lot of people might know Fathead and they say, oh, like Fathead. And I'm like, yeah, like Fathead. It answers a lot of the questions. And because we have such different products, they actually, I feel that they complement my business. They create awareness and an understanding of our brand that actually helps us.
Awesome. That makes a lot of sense. So in a way, they've kind of blazed the trail for you, and it's sort of like if if smartphones didn't exist and you were their first smartphone, you had to explain to someone like, well, it's this phone you carry around in your pocket. But if it was already established, it's like, oh, well, it's like this, but sort of different. So that makes a lot of sense uh, how like what almost looks like a bad thing is a good thing because they kind of like you said they create awareness for this sort of thing. And so as this kind of wall monkeys thing caught on and you had these difficulties and you had to figure out how to put it on Amazon and things like that. I mean, are there were there any kind of interesting like just real tough kind of like growing pains or any like really important lessons that you wish you knew back then?
Um, so most of the lessons were good. I mean, the lessons would be to pivot quickly. And I don't like the word pivot, but I tried lots of different things, marketing to different organizations or different business niches. And quickly, if something failed, try to make small investments or do small tests and be quick if needed to change. It's better to lose a little bit of money. It's better to lose no money to shoot down an idea before you invest in it. But as you have these ideas, if you can test them quickly and for as little money as possible until prove that it's a good idea. You just have to keep finding the right angle. I thought we were going to sell every mom in America was going to order a picture of their kid playing sports, but it ended up that until we added content, that's really where the business came about. But it took about 3 years before we really started to add content and put those pieces together and learned how to sell.
Okay, super cool. So speaking of that, do you happen to know, or do you happen to be okay with sharing? Like, is there like what's your best seller? Is like the biggest thing that sell the most like those custom pictures people upload, or are your biggest sellers those images you already have in the library, or like what's kind of caught on for you?
Bestsellers are generally like items for little kids, like little cute cartoon images of, like animals, cartoon animals, also real animals. People love their dogs, people love their cats, people love their kids. So on the custom side, it's pictures of people and animals, especially little kids. And we saw lots of images of pretty places. People want to put a picture on the wall of a beautiful beach or a beautiful mountain or sunset or maybe a bridge from the Golden Gate Bridge or something like that. So the focus really little kids stuff like nursery type graphics and then panoramic images of beautiful places.
Okay, cool. And I'm getting what you're saying. How sort of one thing led to the next. Like when you started, you said, "Well, here's sort of what I think's going to happen. I think that it's going to be used for this purpose." But then, as you kind of used it, as you tried out these small tests, as you said, you tried out these different ideas. It was like you were kind of led to what the actual use for it and for like, what the use for it was. And so so a lot of people like you said, like they'll upload like their pets or their kids or things like that. And I imagine that some people have actually used your service for an actual like business as a way to get like hundreds or thousands of these things printed. Is that right?
Yeah, so we don't print so many in the hundreds and thousands, but tons of businesses. It's great for business logos in your office or trade if you're going to attend a trade show, or if you're a retail store and you want to do retail signage. We our prices are very reasonable and our turnaround is so fast that if you're a small business and you want, it's great branding for your logos or for your events. Lots and lots of business uses.
And so, if someone's looking to get some of these wall decals created, I mean, what are the steps involved in doing this?
So you can just go to right on our website. There's a custom button, and just go to wallmonkeys.com, click on the custom button, and there's a bunch of you know sizes that you can choose from to upload your logo to. You can upload your file straight through the site, or a lot of our businesses they go right through us. So you could just email like cs@wallmonkeys.com, which stands for customer service, and you tell us what you need, and we work with you to make it perfect.
Awesome. And so, so yeah, this looks super cool. And you mentioned that there's also some way to hook into Amazon and Walmart.com and things like that.
Well, our products from our galleries, we have a lot of images available on Amazon and on Walmart. So if you were on any of those places shopping for wall decals, you'd probably come across us anyway. But if you went to Amazon and typed in Wall Monkeys decals, you would see thousands of decals available in all kinds of sizes.
Okay, so what you're saying is that that you Wall Monkeys also have a storefront on Amazon and also on Walmart as well.
Yeah, we're on a variety of sales channels. We don't just sell through our website, and it's pretty important as an e-commerce retailer to be be spread out and be available in a variety of places.
Right, and that's a really good lesson, right in there because, like, I've talked to a lot of e-commerce people, and they'll just be on the one platform, and and sometimes I wonder, like, oh, it's weird that they only have a Shopify store or they only have an FBA storefront, and it's like if you're allowed to be on these other platforms, why not go for it? And so, oh yeah, did you have something?
I would say, yeah, I mean, it takes work, but I mean, any for anything, you should never have all your eggs in any one basket, right? I mean, disaster, who knows what can happen with any one thing? Your site could go down, you could get suspended or kicked off of Amazon, you could get something could happen on your Walmart store. You should really be in multiple places. So if one thing goes wrong, you're not, potentially out of business or have a major problem on your hands.
Right, you're not just screwed over because Amazon wanted to get rid of your inventory, or your listing got shut down, or you had some competitor, drive your price down, or like any of those number of sort of scary things. And so, yeah, it makes a lot of sense. And so, so people who are getting these wall decals, you said that like individuals and families who want to have like these huge pictures of them and their family and their kids and stuff like that on the wall. Sometimes businesses will want to get like the logo made and all the that all that apparel stuff sort of made, all those things for like decorating the office. But do you have any interesting stories of like people who kind of used this wall monkey service in kind of a different unexpected way?
Um, so we on the custom side, I mean, we've had on the dirtier side or the funner side, more fun side, we've had quite a few guys order pictures of their girlfriends. I don't know how appropriate that is. Um, we've printed Barack Obama, we've printed Sarah Palin. They've been used to with messages and stuck all over subway stations and things like that. I don't know about how crazy. Sometimes I get surprised by or pleasantly surprised by the big orders that come in. A company that sells popcorn ordered thousands of dollars worth of images of popcorn from our library, and it made me feel good that not too many wall decal companies probably had hundreds of images of popcorn to choose from. So when people buy those niche fringe items from us, that type of thing makes me really happy.
Yeah, I imagine, and having it used in all kinds of different ways. And so, so along those lines of that kind of that stock photo library that you've built, like, it sounds like I mean, if you have hundreds and hundreds of images of popcorn, it sounds like it's maybe like a larger size of an image library than some of these other sort of websites. Is that right?
Yeah, we have access to millions of images. So if you use the search feature and whatever your niche is, it's not just say pictures of a dog. You can get a specific breed of a dog or even a specific breed in a certain color at a certain age. You can drill down as far as you want to find exactly what you want. So it's not even thousands. We have millions of images, and we've built out our collection to cover pretty much every single need that I could think of for pretty much any business, any school, parent, anything.
And is there a reason why you have more stuff than these other guys? Is it just that you invested more money than them into buying up the rights to these pictures?
I think we're in a niche, and we're really only selling wall decals, and we've my angle is not angle, but our business we're made in the USA. We turn things around quickly. I'm focused exclusively on this, and part of what I felt would create value and provide a service was to have a larger collection than other people. So I think it's really where I chose to invest my time and my energy, and that's where we ended up.
Super awesome. And so, as you're moving forward with this, do you have any kind of interesting new features or any kind of exciting things happening with your company coming up soon?
So one of the things, the thing that I'm most excited about is because we have so many images, we've gotten really good at creating our listings for Amazon and other sales channels, not just our own. And we're starting to help other companies that want to create thousands of listings, especially for Amazon. So we sell wall decals, but with the knowledge we have, now we're helping companies that sell coffee mugs or canvas wall art or other print on demand items. And we're helping them build out their larger collection of listings on these other sales channels. So it's fun to use my skills to help other people and then watch them make money. That's probably what I'm most excited about, helping other businesses.
And that's super cool. And that's another thing, kind of along the lines there of these skills that you picked up that you didn't even realize you were going to pick up, but just that since you had to put thousands of listings of this print-on-demand stuff onto Amazon and these marketplaces, like you never would have thought that. Oh yeah, like there was. I'm sure. I imagine there was all kinds of sort of hiccups and things to figure out, and different like kinds of software to figure out and figuring out the process. And once you kind of have that, it's like, whoa, now you solve this problem that it's kind of a specific problem, but there are a lot of companies out there who, in all these different niches, kind of have the same issue that you guys had maybe a couple of years ago, and now you figured it out. So that's super interesting that you kind of came across this solution to this problem that you yourself had, and it kind of reminds me of kind of like how Amazon has, they sell like Amazon S3 for like to store a bunch of stuff, and you can like, basically rent out a whole server farm. And it seems to me like all these things that Amazon provides, as far as like, the storage and the server stuff, it's like they were things that Amazon themselves needed to run all of their warehousing and stuff. And they just said, well, now that we figured out the technology, why not open it up and make some extra money since we already did the hard work? So that's super interesting that that you guys solved your own problem, and now let's solve a problem that can be solved for others. So super cool.
Yeah, that's really true and accurate. It's nice. You wake up one day and you realize that you do have this knowledge set that other people don't have, and also we did make many mistakes along the way, and it's we can help other businesses avoid those mistakes and save a lot of time. You're right. It does create a valuable service, and it just it's a good feeling.
Super awesome. And so, would it be okay if one of these sort of print-on-demand companies who's looking to scale, if they're just kind of listening to this show today and they want to reach out at that email address you gave before, is it okay if they reach out and kind of see what you and your company can do for them?
Yeah, I would love that. We're actually looking for people in some other product niches to help them, to find the right partners that can, print and ship quickly to help them sell a lot more stuff. So yeah, I would love to hear from companies at Jason at wallmonkeys.com.
Awesome. So yeah, I mean, it sounds like a situation where like a rising tide lifts all boats kind of stuff. And I'm really glad that you were able to take the time to talk to us today. And it's really awesome that you've mentioned a few times that it's really easy for people to just email you and your company at cs@wallmonkeys.com to kind of ask some of these pre-sale questions. And even as I'm looking at some of this custom stuff on your website, I'm seeing that if someone uploads an image for a wall decal, I'm seeing something that says if there's a background in the image, you guys will even remove the background. Is that right?
Yeah. So, if your kid is, say your son is, hitting a baseball and you just want the player and you don't want the background, the dirt and the grass, we do that all the time. So you can just print the whole image as a rectangle, or lots of our images come cut out where you just peel off the person and there's no charge for that. We do all the graphic design and set up free of charge.
That is super awesome. That's a super great way of going the extra mile because I know that for sure. Like some of the other like the huge print-on-demand companies, like there's not even a person to talk to, and you have to go and figure out how to do that yourself or hire out a graphics designer. So super cool that you guys just have all these little small touches just to make things a lot easier for people. So Jason at wallmonkeys.com if you want to email Mr. Jason, and wallmonkeys.com is the place to check out all of those wall decals to see if you want to make them for yourself, if you want to buy them to decorate, or for any other reason. And is there like anything specific on this site you want people to check out, or any other website besides wallmonkeys.com today?
If somebody's looking for, I'm not sure how big your audience is, and it probably is a lot of business owners or people that want to be entrepreneurs or are entrepreneurs. I love talking to people. If you wanted to ask a question, or if you wanted to, inquire about a custom order, I'd be happy to make that be the first point of contact, and you can just email me directly.
All right, super cool. So Jason at wallmonkeys.com if you want to email directly, if you have something in mind, or if you just want to run something by Jason, and then wallmonkeys.com is the website. That's WALLMONKEYS. So lots of interesting things today, and I always like hearing about just kind of the thought process and how things kind of got from point A to point B. So lots of just interesting lessons and reminders in there, and a great story. And I hope your business continues to do really, really well. So thanks for stopping by and sharing some of this knowledge with us, Mr. Jason.
Robert, thanks for having me. It was a pleasure.
Attention. It's time to make your computer work for you. If you struggled getting the most out of every day, getting your computer, your website, and your business to make you money while you sleep, please take a quick look at our book, The Checklist Mindset. www.checklistmindset.com.